So you're probably still trying to work on getting that forward shaft lean on impact, aren't you? Trying to get the hands in front of the ball to get that compression on the ball and get it up in the air and penetrating. But the problem is you're doing it wrong, right? You're focusing on actually trying to lean that shaft forward, whereas you don't need to do that. You need to actually focus more on your left shoulder socket, because this is going to help you get the correct low point in your golf swing. If we try and lean the shaft forward, we're doing a couple of things wrong here. By leaning the shaft forwards, you're going to create more of a steeper angle of attack on the ball, so there's less margin for error. You're going to come down and thin it and fat it, and that's probably what's happening at the moment. So we don't want to be leaning the shaft this far forward. Also, when you're leaning the shaft forwards, you're actually accelerating the handle of the grip, so you're kind of pushing on it this way. What happens if I accelerate the handle of the grip? If you watch the club head here, which is staying still, if I accelerate the handle of the grip, you can see the head moves really slowly, doesn't it? So by actually trying to get in this position here, pushing or leaning the handle forwards, you're decelerating the club head. It's slowing right down, so even if you do connect with the ball, it's not going to go very far. And I guarantee if you try and do that with your wedges, that's what's going to lead to the double hits and the yips. What we need to do is let that club actually release, let it swing forwards. And as long as you've got the left shoulder socket in the correct position, you're going to strike that ball pure. You're going to catch it with a tiny bit of forward shaft lean. You're going to compress it and get a beautiful controlled ball flight. So don't focus on leaning that shaft forward. Focus on your left shoulder socket. Look at when I address this golf ball here. You can see my left shoulder socket actually points down in front of the golf ball. And that's pretty much where we want that club taking the divot. We want it in front of the golf ball there. So when you swing, try and focus on keeping that left shoulder in that same position. If you keep it in the same position and then return back, you're going to strike the back of the golf ball, and then your low point, you're going to take that divot in front of the ball. That's exactly where you want it. Then the only way you're going to check that left shoulder socket position is to video yourself like I am now. So get yourself to the ball. Get a feeling of almost pushing into that left lead side a little bit more, and then as you turn into the backswing, really stay centered. If anything, feel like you lean into the target a little bit more. I can see, as I'm looking down at the ball, I can see my left shoulder is directly above that golf ball. Also my left knee, again, right in front of that golf ball and above it. So everything's lining up into that left side, and that's where we need it. I feel like I got my back into the target. Stay in that position and accelerate the club down to the golf ball. I'm going to compress the hell out of it, and it's going to just pierce off the club face. So here's the best way to do it. Take your setup, swing to the top of your swing, stop. Make sure you can see that left shoulder is right over the top of the golf ball. Feel like I'm leaning into the target. Then I'm ready to bring it down. Just do the backswing slow to begin with, just so you can get that position right. And then repeat it. Set up again. Into the backswing, left shoulder over the ball. Keep it there on the way down. Beautiful. So remember, don't try and lean the shaft forwards. Don't focus on leaning the shaft forwards. Don't focus on hitting down. Focus on your left shoulder socket. Keeping that over the ball on your backswing. Make sure it doesn't drift away and stay away, because that's why you can't get that forward shaft lean on the ball. Thanks for watching.